And first, we go to Japan, where the Prime Minister Shinzo Abe is to resign over health problems in a development that will end a record-setting tenure with no clear successor yet in place. Joining us live from Japan is Dennis Liu for the details. Hello, Dennis.
Hello, Alma. Good evening to you and to all our televiewers. Japan's Prime Minister Shinzo Abe announced Friday he will resign over health problems. He said he was suffering from a recurrence of the ulcerative colitis that ended his first term in office. Let's listen in.
Health 体力が万全でないという苦痛の中、大切な政治判断を誤ること、結果を出さないことがあってはなりません。国民の皆様の負託に自信を持って応えられる状態で亡くなった以上、総理大臣の地位にあり続けるべきではないと判断いたしました。総理大臣の職を辞することといたします。かかわらず任期をあと1年まで1年残し、他のさまざまな政策が実践途上にある中、コロナ禍の中、職を辞することとなったことについて、国民の皆様に心よりお詫びを申し上げます。次の総理が任命されるまでの間、最後までしっかりとその責任を果たしてまいります。そして、
This is the second time that Abe is to leave the post over a medical issue. He's stepping down in 2007 because of his inflammatory bowel disease after only serving a year in office. He returned to the top job in 2012 after a landslide election win in the lower house. Abe offered his apologies for the stated resignation. This 7-year tenure makes him Japan's longest-serving prime minister ever. Abe said he was receiving a new treatment for the condition which needed to be administered on a regular basis, which would not leave him with sufficient time to discharge his duties. During the conference, he also announced new measures to fight the coronavirus pandemic. That includes boosting testing capability to 200,000 tests per day and aiming to secure enough vaccines for all citizens by mid-2021. He also said that Japan will allow foreigners with residency status to enter the country from the start of next month. Abe is expected to stay in office until his ruling Liberal Democratic Party can choose a successor in an election likely to take place among the party's lawmakers and members. There is no clear consensus on who will succeed him, with likely candidates including Finance Minister Taro Aso and Chief Cabinet Secretary Yoshihide Suga. Abe's decision to step down will be bitterly familiar for the man who was forced to leave office just 1 year after becoming the country's youngest ever prime minister. He has since become Japan's longest-serving premier, forever associated with the economic policy that bears his name, Abenomics. He said his legacy would be for others to decide, but pointed to his efforts to bring Barack Obama to Hiroshima, making him the first sitting U.S. president to visit the site of the atomic bomb attack, as among his proudest achievements. Among his greatest disappointments, he said, was his inability to bring home Japanese kidnapped by North Korea decades ago. Tributes poured in from leaders around the world, with the Kremlin hailing Abe's invaluable contribution to relations. Britain's Prime Minister Boris Johnson tweeted he had achieved great things. A spokesman for the Presidential Blue House in Seoul praised Abe for his many meaningful achievements and said he had played many roles in the development of South Korea-Japan relations over a long period. China was more circumspect, with a foreign ministry spokesman saying the resignation was an internal affair, on which it would not comment. Abe's time in office will end with his government facing slumping approval ratings over its handling of the coronavirus crisis, including a U-turn on the stimulus and a widely mocked policy to issue cloth face masks to every household. His departure also means he will not be in charge as the country prepares to host the Tokyo 2020 Games, postponed until July 2021 after the coronavirus pandemic erupted. Alma?
All right. Thank you very much for your updates there in Japan, Dennis.
Thank you very much, Alma. Reporting live from Tokyo, Japan, this is Dennis Liu. We live in interesting times.